Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and hearing something moving just outside your camp. You grab your spear. Your heart starts racing. In the darkness, two glowing eyes stare back at you. Today, you'd probably smile and say, it's just a dog. But 20,000 years ago, those eyes belonged to one of the most feared predators on Earth, a wolf. So here's the mystery. How did humans turn one of the deadliest predators into the animal that now sleeps at the foot of our beds? Did our ancestors capture wolf pups? Did they tame them over generations? Or did something much stranger happen? Because the truth is that humans probably never decided to create dogs at all. Dogs may have created themselves. And once you understand how it happened, you'll never look at your own dog the same way again. For most of human history, wolves weren't companions, they were competitors. Both wolves and humans hunted the same animals. Both followed migrating herds across frozen landscapes. Both protected their families. Both lived in highly organized groups, and both were among the smartest hunters on Earth. If anything, humans had every reason to fear wolves. An adult gray wolf could weigh over 100 pounds, hunt in coordinated packs, and bring down prey many times its own size. Getting close to one was incredibly dangerous, which makes what happened next almost impossible to believe. Instead of avoiding humans forever, some wolves slowly began moving closer, not because humans invited them, but because humans accidentally made life easier. Imagine an Ice Age campsite after a successful hunt. The people have eaten. Bones are scattered around the edge of the camp. Small scraps of meat remain. Fat clings to discarded carcasses. For humans, it was waste. For a hungry wolf, it was a free meal. At first, only the boldest wolves dared approach. Most stayed far away, watching from the darkness. But a few discovered something important. Humans were dangerous, yet they also produced food that required almost no effort to obtain. There was no exhausting chase, no risk of being kicked by a giant mammoth or gored by a bison, just leftovers. Generation after generation, those fearless wolves kept returning, and that's where evolution quietly took over. The most aggressive wolves were usually chased away or killed, but the calmer wolves survived. The curious wolves survived. The ones that tolerated humans survived. Those wolves had pups, and many of those pups inherited the same calmer behavior. Nobody planned it. Nobody was breeding wolves on purpose. Nature was doing the selection all by itself. Scientists call this self-domestication, and it may be one of the strangest evolutionary accidents in history. But the story gets even stranger. Over thousands of years, those wolves didn't just change their behavior, their bodies changed too. Their ears became floppier, their faces became shorter, their tails curled, their coats became more colorful, even their brains changed. Why? Because selecting for friendliness affects much more than personality. It changes development throughout the entire body. Researchers actually proved this in one of the most famous animal experiments ever conducted. Scientists began breeding foxes, selecting only the friendliest individuals in each generation. They weren't trying to change how the foxes looked, they only wanted animals that were less afraid of humans. But after only a few generations, something incredible happened. The foxes began behaving like puppies. They wagged their tails, they sought human attention, some even licked people's faces. Then something even stranger happened. Their ears became floppy, white patches appeared on their fur, their snouts became shorter. The scientists never selected for those traits, they appeared automatically, which suggests the exact same process may have happened to wolves thousands of years ago. Friendliness didn't just create different personalities, it slowly created an entirely new animal. Eventually, humans started noticing something remarkable. A wolf that stayed nearby could warn the camp when predators approached. Its incredible sense of smell could detect danger long before humans could. It could help track wounded prey. It could scare away scavengers. It could even protect children. Suddenly, keeping these animals around wasn't just convenient, it became incredibly valuable. Without realizing it, humans had found their first animal partner. But there was another advantage nobody expected. Dogs didn't just change human lives, they may have changed human evolution itself. Think about it. A hunting group with early dogs could locate prey faster, track animals farther, recover wounded game more efficiently, detect danger sooner. That meant more successful hunts, more food, more survival, more children growing into adulthood. Some researchers believe that groups with early dogs may have had a significant advantage over groups without them. Dogs may even have helped humans expand into new environments across Europe, Asia, and eventually North America. That's an astonishing thought. Human history wasn't shaped only by humans, it may have also been shaped by wolves that chose to trust us. But perhaps the most fascinating part of this story isn't what humans gained, it's what wolves gave up. They sacrificed complete independence. They traded life in the wild for something evolution had never offered before: reliable food, protection, warmth, safety, and eventually companionship. Today, there are well over 1 billion dogs living alongside humans around the world, from tiny Chihuahuas to giant Great Danes, from sled dogs in the Arctic to the Labrador sleeping peacefully on someone's couch right now.